What up YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company, and in this video I want to show you a little bit about transmuting because I've seen a few comments asking how, why, and what it's about, and it is relatively new to the game. It wasn't here at launch. It was something they added later on, and I do think there are some kind of best practices that we could discuss to make sure you don't waste your resources and, more importantly, your hard-earned gear. And by hard-earned, I mean either hard-earned or just RNG gear, because that's how you're gonna get a lot of your gear. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so first things first, when you're in the headquarters, Omega Flight headquarters, you're gonna go to the far right little icon right here, which is, it looks like it's a square going into like an octagon with a little arrow thing going on. So you can either click on it here, or you can just click on it on the map, walk to it, and then bibbidi bobbidi boop. It is not that, it is this machine type thing here. And then you're gonna click on the button, click on the gear, so you can either click on gear or Omega cards. Now, the important thing to note is that it has to be a 4-star or above. So if you are trying to transfer all the head pieces from your other characters, which is a very highly recommended thing. And when I say that, so once you complete the campaign on all your characters, for each time you complete a zone, you get that region's head. So basically it's a full free 5-star nano head on whatever character you want if you level them all up and using with fodder, of course, and then transmute them to the hero of your choosing. Of course, this cannot be magic because we cannot transmute to magic, but any other hero is fair game. Same with the cards. And I would highly recommend you taking advantage of that because that is a very easy way of, like I said, getting a full 5-6-star nanoed headpiece for basically free and without any RNG. That was a little extra tip for those of you that are watching this video. But if you want to learn how to transmute, you're going to select the piece you want to transmute. In this case, apparently I'm going to transfer my Eye of Osiris. You're going to hit select. It's going to tell you transmute into a costume another hero can use, excludes the current hero. So this obviously isn't that relevant when it comes to the gear portion because you aren't, why would you transfer gear to your same character that you're already on? But this is important when it comes time for Omega cards, because in most cases, you're going to try to be re-rolling your exclusive stat, again, except for magic, because we can't do that right now. But if you're trying to get like your true best in slot exclusive stat, so like for Star-Lord, for example, if you're going for a full flame build and you want flame damage, you have to make sure you transmute the card on a different character. So you cannot have Star-Lord be the character you're trying to transmute to, even though you're trying to get that special stat for Star-Lord. So for example, if I wanted to get this Avengers card for crit damage to be an exclusive stat for my Star-Lord, and again, I know it says magic, but I can't do that, I'm aware. But let's say it doesn't say magic and it says Storm defense pierce. I would then use my Storm or Iron Man or whoever else except for Star-Lord, transmute it, and then just hope I get lucky with RNG to get the flame damage. It does cost 100k gold per pop, so you can easily burn through several millions of gold. When I was working on my Star-Lord the first time working on this, and I went through my full flame build, I went through at least 10 million gold, and that is not a lie. I wanted all 6 cards at flame damage, and I got like one of them on the first try. All the rest took literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of gold. It was very, very, very expensive in terms of gold in game. Now, with that being said though, it is so critical if you want to be just a better hero or make your hero better, because you do so much more damage when you really min-max your exclusive stats like that. So keep it in mind. And of course, if you drew a card, again, without it being magic, but let's say you drew a special card on Storm, but your main is Spider-Man, you can then transmute it to your Spider-Man from your Storm. As long as you're not doing it from your Spider-Man, you can do it from your Storm. I do want to make that clear because I feel like a lot of people make that mistake and can waste a ton of gold, and that just doesn't feel good. But again, if you wanted to, you would select it. It tells you where it's going. It even says the target list. So obviously it's telling me I cannot get the hands, and it stays on the item. I want to clarify that as well too. So it's going to stay on whatever it is that I'm using. So in this case, it's my 3rd slot, the C slot, or my hands. So it's only going to go to another hands of another hero, but it does clearly state it excludes the target of the Eye of Osiris Gauntlet, which is of course for Iron Man, because that's what it A currently is, and B is on the hero that I'm already using. Okay, it's a 12.5% chance, and you can hit, like I said, 100k gold, and then just run it, and hopefully you get incredibly lucky and get on whatever piece it is that you want. So this is a very nice quality of life that was not in the game originally. So if you were trying to level ults or level your squad rank and you made the mistake of pulling a 10 stack of cards or a bunch of gear and you got really lucky, not expecting you to get lucky, thinking you were just gonna get fodder and got like a special gear like this, now you can actually transmute it to your main for essentially little cost. Again, the gear is not that expensive. It's only 100k, and there's only so many different options it could be. And I would specify though, like I can re-roll this, and if it lands on the shield, it could land on the shield like 3 more times in a row. Each individual time is a new chance. It doesn't like block out the previous one that you just landed on. So you could go from the shield to the Black Widow's bite gun back and forth several times, even though you're trying to get storms or the eye blaster. So it is very RNG heavy, but the gear costs a lot less gold to do because of the limited chances. Whereas the cards, I mean, you're talking about all these different characters, all these different heroes, and all of their individual exclusive stats. And each time it's 100k gold. I would love for this to be removed in terms of the RNG part of this, and maybe you pay a little bit extra. Maybe you pay a combination of gold and crystals or some combination of in-game currency that is a little bit more expensive to target a specific thing. Because I know personally, I would definitely do that to be able to target which gear I wanted to do instead of worrying about RNG, but then keep it cheap, the 100k gold, for those that might need that opportunity or might not have that extra resource. That would just be a nice little quality of life thing that I would recommend adding to the game if I was a developer, which I'm obviously not. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, make sure you smash that like button. If you want to see more videos about Marvel Future Revolution, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm bringing them to you as fast as I can. Now, if you have not seen my recent video about the best Star-Lord build, because I've been referencing Star-Lord a lot in this video, check out this video right here because this is easily the best flame build for both PvP and PvE. And after Star-Lord's recent buff, he's definitely worth working on, at least as an ult. So check out this video right now.